Hey friends, I'm Hallie Hottle, your pastor for young adults, and this is Speaking of God, our daily devotion series. So 1 Corinthians 13 is a scripture we often reserve for weddings, and not typically a week of national unrest and of deep lament. But this is the text that has been on my mind in these days, because so many of the conversations I am having are about understanding. As a white person who has benefited greatly from the culture of white supremacy, I am constantly seeking new understanding. I am reading and listening and watching. It's a work I have to be forever committed to. But I'm also aware in these days that even my pursuit of understanding is a marker of my own dominant culture. If I want to know about something, I usually can. Information is always available to me, and more often than not, it is biased with a lens that matches my own. So rarely does that information not make sense to me. The danger of being part of a dominant culture is that we can believe that our lens is the only one. It can be disorienting to be confronted with information that doesn't match what we have always thought to be true. And so Paul says in this passage, "For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part, and then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known." It takes humility to realize that there are things we can't understand. And it takes even greater humility, and I think an extraordinary faith, to realize that even when we think we know, our knowing has always been only in part. As a beneficiary of the dominant culture, I can never stop pursuing understanding. But I do think that we are living in a moment when understanding isn't the highest pursuit. Can we be aware of our partial, always biased knowing and still stand on the side of those who are holding up that mirror, showing us just how dim our understanding has been? The gift of this moment, it's not that it's teaching us, it is, but we've had literally all the time in the world to learn. The gift of this moment is that it might be freeing us, those of us who risk believing our mirror is reality. It's a gift because the gospel, it always lives beyond our own mirrors. So friends, continue to seek understanding, but don't forget to seek Christ first. And remember that he didn't explain the ins and outs of the kingdom before he told them to drop their nets and follow.